The 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line isn't just another SUV refresh. It's Volkswagen's boldest step yet toward blending everyday practicality with premium performance. With a sharper design, smarter technology, and features you usually only see in luxury brands, this Tiguan could easily change how you look at mid-size SUVs. But is it really the ultimate balance between style, comfort, and value? Or just clever marketing dressed up in new clothes? Stick around, because by the end of this review, you'll know whether the 2026 Tiguan SEL R-Line deserves a spot in your driveway. The Volkswagen Tiguan has always held a unique place in the SUV world. Not as oversized as a full-size family hauler, and not as cramped as a compact crossover, it's been the go-to option for drivers who want versatility without compromise. For 2026, Volkswagen is giving the Tiguan a bold new identity, and the SEL R-Line trim sits right at the top, aiming to deliver that sweet spot between everyday practicality and upscale refinement. Volkswagen knows the US SUV market is crowded with heavy hitters like the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, and Mazda CX-5. That's exactly why this launch matters. The Tiguan has to do more than just keep up, it has to stand out. And with its fresh styling, larger interior, and upgraded technology, Volkswagen is betting big that the 2026 Tiguan will turn heads and win buyers who want a little more excitement in their daily drive. But here's the real question. Does the SEL R-Line actually deliver an experience that feels worth the price? Or does it blend into a market already overflowing with options? Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down everything, from its design and tech to its performance and value, so you can decide if the 2026 Tiguan SEL R-Line is truly worth it. When you first see the 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line, the difference is immediate. The design has taken a sharper, more athletic turn, with bold lines running along the body and a front grille that feels wider and more aggressive than ever before. The R-Line trim adds sportier accents. Think gloss black touches, chrome detailing, and larger alloy wheels, making it look far more premium than a typical midsize SUV in this segment. If you want curb appeal that gets noticed, this version of the Tiguan absolutely delivers. Step inside, and the story continues. The Tiguan's interior has always leaned toward clean and practical, but in 2026, Volkswagen pushes it closer to luxury territory. The dashboard is dominated by a larger, high-resolution touchscreen, paired with a fully digital driver display. Everything feels streamlined and modern, and the materials are a big step up: soft-touch surfaces, subtle stitching, and high-quality finishes. Even the ambient lighting is customizable, which adds that premium feel you usually expect in higher-end SUVs. The R-Line package takes things a notch further with sport seats, a flat-bottom steering wheel, and unique trim inserts that make the cabin feel sporty without sacrificing comfort. But design and comfort are just the start. Technology is where the 2026 Tiguan really begins to shine. The infotainment system now integrates more seamlessly with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it responds faster than previous versions. Wireless charging, multiple USB-C ports, and advanced driver assistance features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and a 360-degree camera system make it clear that Volkswagen isn't just chasing trends. They're trying to set new standards in this class. Of course, no SUV review is complete without talking about space. The Tiguan has always been praised for its practicality, and this new generation gives you even more. Rear seat passengers enjoy noticeably better legroom, and the cargo area is generous enough to handle road trips, sports gear, or weekly Costco runs without breaking a sweat. Families will appreciate that the Tiguan still offers an optional third row, rare in this segment, though it's best for kids or shorter trips. Performance-wise, the SEL R-Line brings in a turbocharged engine that balances power with efficiency. Acceleration feels smooth, and while it's not trying to be a sports car, it has enough punch to make merging on a highways or passing slower traffic effortless. The suspension tuning strikes a nice middle ground, comfortable for daily commuting, but firm enough to give you confidence on winding roads. And thanks to Volkswagen's available 4-motion all-wheel drive system, the Tiguan is more than capable of handling rain, snow, or even light off-road conditions. Fuel economy remains competitive, keeping it in line with rivals like the CR-V and RAV4, which means you won't have to sacrifice efficiency for style and comfort. So far, the 2026 Tiguan SEL R-Line looks like it's checking all the right boxes: bold design, upscale interior, cutting-edge tech, and practical performance. But does it truly separate itself from the competition? And more importantly, is it worth the price Volkswagen is asking? We'll dig into both the highlights and drawbacks next, where things get really interesting. And here's where the 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line really shows what it's made of: the real-world driving experience. On paper, the turbocharged engine looks solid, but behind the wheel, it feels even better than expected. The acceleration is surprisingly responsive, giving you that instant confidence when merging onto the highway. Pair that with Volkswagen's smooth shifting transmission, and the Tiguan delivers a drive that feels far more refined than many of its rivals. What really catches you off guard, though, is how balanced it feels. SUVs in this class often lean toward either comfort or sportiness, but the Tiguan manages to strike a near-perfect middle ground. On city streets, the suspension soaks up bumps effortlessly, keeping things smooth and quiet. Yet when you push it harder on winding roads, the R-Line trim shows its sporty DNA, staying planted with just the right amount of steering feedback. It's the kind of dual personality that makes this SUV shine. And then there's the cabin experience while driving. The road noise is minimal, the seats keep you comfortably supported, and the tech features actually feel helpful rather than distracting. That 360-degree camera? A lifesaver in tight parking lots. Adaptive cruise control and lane assist? They make longer drives less tiring, which is exactly what families and commuters want. But here's the twist. While the Tiguan SEL R-Line impresses in so many areas, it doesn't completely outpace its toughest competition. Rivals like the CR-V and RAV4 still hold strong advantages in hybrid efficiency and long-term resale value. So, the big question becomes, do the Tiguan's sharper looks, upscale feel, and driving dynamics outweigh those factors? Because in the end, this isn't just about specs on paper. It's about whether the 2026 Tiguan SEL R-Line feels like the SUV that finally deserves your money. And that's exactly what we'll uncover in the final verdict. So, after spending time with the 2026 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL R-Line, what's the final verdict? In many ways, Volkswagen has done exactly what it needed to do. Take a solid, practical SUV and make it look sharper, feel more premium, and drive with more confidence than before. The bold design updates, upgraded interior, and improved technology clearly raised the Tiguan's game, making it a real contender in one of the most competitive SUV segments in the US. But let's keep it balanced. The Tiguan SEL R-Line is not perfect. It doesn't have the hybrid fuel economy that Honda and Toyota offer. And while the optional third row adds flexibility, it's not the most comfortable for adults. If efficiency or maximum resale value are your top priorities, rivals like the CR-V Hybrid or RAV4 Hybrid may still fit better. That said, the Tiguan's strengths shouldn't be overlooked. It's one of the few mid-size SUVs that manages to feel sporty without sacrificing comfort. Its upscale cabin design and advanced tech give it an edge for buyers who want a taste of luxury without the luxury price tag. Families will love the extra space and convenience, while younger professionals may be drawn to the R-Line's athletic personality. In today's US market, where SUVs often feel like copy-and-paste designs, the Tiguan SEL R-Line offers something refreshing: personality. It shows that Volkswagen is serious about blending practicality with a premium driving experience, and that could influence where mid-size SUVs head in the coming years. So, is the 2026 Tiguan SEL R-Line worth it? If you're after an SUV that looks stylish, drives with confidence, and stands apart from the pack, this Tiguan absolutely deserves a test drive. But what do you think? Does Volkswagen's new Tiguan have what it takes to beat its rivals? Or would you still lean toward a Honda or Toyota? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more in-depth car reviews every week.